You might as well call the Oscars the Who Gives a Shit Awards. Because who gives a shit? Dude, what the hell's this? What do we got going on here? Oh, okay. We got a stepmom coming and trying to fucking...
gonna say
yeah, some shit like that. I need a little bit of backstory.
First of all, fuck this movie. And
VR is like going back to when you were first jerking off. You feel like disgusting because you're using the VR.
Stick around, cause I am coming back. And I know someday I'm gonna make it better.
Talk about shit we talk about anyway. Just sit here.
Seriously.
that's the plan. That's the dream. But anyway, all right, let's get to the show. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
And I am Jamie.
I like it when all three of us are together. It makes me feel good.
Is this 2 or 3 weeks in a row?
We did 2 in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
We are on a roll. We'll see how it works out.
So let's just get right into it. Well, just a quick
Oh,
thing.
I see you got the light set up.
Yeah, I got the light set up, got the tripod set up.
We're getting geared up, Jamie.
We're getting geared up.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Put
I
on
have
my
to-
fucking...
That's it.
My
Might
face.
have to...
No, we all have to wear our hats, man.
Yeah,
That's
have
right.
A little studio makeup time.
Yeah.
You know, get that shine off our foreheads.
Yeah, we have to
I
put
have more forehead
We're gonna
than
have
you
to put
guys do.
something up that like just not only our hats. Like we don't need a big thing, but like a drop back of our name.
I was thinking about that, like what, like how to set up the studio.
Yeah,
I want to get the video right, and then I was.
I mean, I don't want to do too much decorating because I like the
I don't
fact
even
that it's
think...
a basement.
Yeah, I don't
feel.
even...
Yeah,
I
me
would
too.
prefer that we didn't decorate. Because
Or maybe just a little try thing that says our name of our
That's
show,
fine,
so
but-
people know it's when they're what am I watching here?
Yeah,
That's fine, but I like the ambiance, dude. It sets the stage for what is actually
it's
going on.
not your mother's basement.
It's
That's the
real,
whole
dude.
point, dude.
This is realistic here.
I mean, if we ever got famous, we'd probably have a studio set up something like this, right?
yeah, it'd be like the Wayne's World thing. Yeah.
You're right. They did a thing on that last night at the Oscars.
Oh, did they really?
They came out and presented the who played Wayne and Garth.
Mike
Oh.
Myers and
I can never remember.
Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they presented the music for the Queen
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian
Yeah,
Rhapsody.
because Mike Myers was in it.
Was he in the movie?
Yes, he was in the movie.
No, he was. Was he in the movie? Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because you remember they did that during.
I don't think he was.
Dude, he talked about it because I saw.
They
like
talked about how Wayne's World
Did that.
it did they own a lot. Wayne's World owns a lot to Queen for that one scene.
Yeah, because you remember the scene, right? I don't know if it was one
in
or
the
two.
car.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah, that was
It was
that was
one.
in one, but he was on the red carpet talking about being asked to do that Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
But no, I don't know. You sure Bohemian Rhapsody, or was he talking about doing the
I don't know.
entrance to the song
we'll
for
have
Bohemian
to check it up.
Because him and that other guy came out and they did this is the song for
Yeah,
they
Bohemian
introduced Bohemian Rhapsody as one of the top 5 movies. They do it segmented throughout the Oscars. They're like, all right, they'll do this one, then they'll do this one, then they do this one. Like, they just don't do it at
Mike
the end
Myers
anymore.
is in Queen's Bohemian
Oh, wow.
Rhapsody.
All right.
He's heavily disguised, though. He's got a little, like, a 70s afro or a 60s afro.
So it's just a tribute then. He kind
Yeah.
of like just wanted to be part of it.
That's kind of cool, though.
I still can't believe What's-His-Face won.
Yeah, well, let's save it up.
All right,
Mike
sorry.
Myers appears as the EMI executive Ray Foster. That's clever. That's an Easter egg, essentially.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg. So let's get to the box office. Let's do it. So How to Train Your Dragon. No surprise there. Well, actually, it's a little bit of surprise.
They were talking
between
about
that and the Lego movie, right?
That and Alita Battle Angel was number 2.
But I heard the Dragon did really well.
Yeah, 55 million opening weekend.
And they were talking about it on Preston and Steve about how the Wooder, how they did the Wooder and How You Train Your Dragon 3, and they were talking about the Frozen trailer, how it looks so well done.
Yeah. Well, I remember watching the behind the scenes of Pixar when they did it was Incredibles. And they were talking about how, when they did Frozone and when he was making water freeze into,
They say it's hard.
they said all that was really hard, especially the water when they fell out of the plane, when the plane got shot down outside of the villain's secret hideout.
Yeah.
And they went into the water, all that reflection, the wet hair, all that stuff.
That's
was
why
really
that's why I love Moana. Not the only reason why I like Moana, but if you watch Moana, the detail they put on the beaches and everything like that, it's like, I know a lot of it's all CGI and not CGI, but computer generated, but it's so realistic.
Dude,
It's
Moana
just-
was awesome.
Yeah.
Movie's awesome. I could watch that. And
I did watch it the other day. It was on.
I watched it on repeat, like for days on end.
It's
And
one
I
of the-
didn't get sick of it.
It's one of the few Disney
Great
movies when my daughter wants to watch something, like, you want to watch Moana? Come on, you want to watch Moana? Because I can
Yeah.
tolerate Moana.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Can't tolerate 50,000 times of Frozen.
No, you can't.
No. There's nothing to invest in, really.
No.
Like this, we talked about that before. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon did $55 million. It led the box office. This is the weekend of February 22nd through the 24th.
We're supposed to get Cullen, somebody to babysit Cullen, and we're supposed to take the other two. So I should
On
be
the
able-
10th?
No, to go see that movie.
Oh, go
What?
see that movie.
Uh,
Sorry, I'm
How
getting
to
my
Train-
wires crossed.
No, I'm sorry. Go see How to
Train Your Dragon.
We're
Yeah.
still all in for Captain Marvel.
10-4.
right?
Yeah,
I was going to. I'll talk to you about that after. Cause
Yeah, we're in for the 10th. We just
Yeah.
got to figure out times.
we'll just buy them tonight.
I'm down. I told Cindy we would talk about it tonight. But moving on, the Alita Battle Angel. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It did $12 million at the box office.
I hear good things about it too.
I enjoyed it.
They were blowing it on the radio.
Oh, were they?
Yeah,
It was.
it was on. What the fuck did I hear?
You listen to Sirius, right?
Yeah, but I was listening to top 40 hits the other day. Yeah, Saturday morning, and they were like blowing it.
No kidding.
I have no doubt it's good, but it's just placement. You know, it just doesn't have with everything going on right now. It doesn't have like, oh, I got to see that. It doesn't catch me.
Yeah.
The gravitas.
Well, here's the thing, man. I think that they made this movie knowing that it was going to be better internationally. And the only reason I say that, well, two
Because it's kicking ass and
Well,
you already know it.
there's that. But because it's a Japanese manga, it's based on a Japanese manga book that
It's kind of like Ghost in the Machine, which did
Ghost
well.
in the Shell. Yeah,
I don't know if that did well internationally.
What's the tomato meter at?
That's actually pretty high. I thought it was
think
like
it's-
80. You said?
I think it's in the 80s. I was just looking at the
Fuck that tomato meter.
Why do you ask if you just want to say?
I just
fuck?
like
you
that.
were,
I just
you were
like-
setting that up.
Yeah, I
to
want
say,
to
fuck the tomato meter, right?
Fuck that tomato meter. That thing's shit.
So, dude, $170 million budget, and to look at the domestic box
We're
office.
going to call it the Jamie meter now.
Yeah, you need your own meter,
Fuck yeah.
and maybe someone will buy you out.
Well, you know
This is
what?
incredible.
My meter is the audience because that's what it should be.
So
That's accurate.
can't wait to get into it about the Oscars last night.
Oh,
Fuck the Oscars, dude. Dude, how many of those movies? We'll get into it later.
Yeah,
but how many
yeah.
of those movies? Have
I do want to get into. Yeah, we'll get into it. There's some things I want to talk about, but we'll get into it later.
It's so,
So,
popular. It's
Let's just move
nobody's
past
hosting it.
the top five.
Yeah.
That's what I want
So
to get into.
real quick, the only point I wanted to make about Alita Battle Angel is that it's doing $170 million. It's got $170 million budget, and so if you were to look at your domestic and go $61 million, and you're a James Cameron or one of the producers one of the financiers that backed this, you'd be jumping out a window. But actually, what it's done worldwide is $264 million. So that
So he made money.
that means they're going to do a sequel.
Dude, they're jizzing. They're jizzing.
When they make over 100,
Was it really that good?
I'd like to see a sequel.
Hey, how'd you go in there a little bit? And
Oh, yeah.
did it leave it hanging a little bit, or like some
It-
thoughts? Like
It did leave it hanging because the behind the scenes big baddie, there was no confrontation. It was like she fought the baddie of this episode. You know, it'd be like I don't know. You get where I'm going.
No, I do.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just glad it's doing good because I it's just popcorn. I love it. I sat down and watched it. You're talking to the guy that used to sit down in front of Saturday morning cartoons, just like you guys did.
Fuck yeah.
But you weren't looking at any of that stuff. Even after school, the Transformers and all that stuff, you weren't looking at it like
Yeah,
this is going to be Oscar-worthy performances.
Yeah.
You were just thoroughly entertained with the subject matter, the genre, the animation, whatever it might be. And that's kind of how I feel about this movie.
I watched some real Ghostbusters on Netflix. Like the
Oh,
old
yeah.
cartoons, they're on there.
It
And-
doesn't hold up. It can't.
Dude, I'm telling you, the story's not bad. It's okay, but like the animation, something must have happened to it because the color's all fucked up. Like you can see, like the color's all fucked up.
It's not high def.
No, it's like
digital either.
It's like they stored it somewhere and it got fucked up or something like
Do you
that.
think it's on? It must have been on.
I don't know, but
hand drawn.
dude, I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
It brought back some memories, man.
That's awesome.
I
man.
liked it.
Did you watch it by yourself or did you watch it with?
No,
the
I
kids?
watched it with the kids, and they thought it was all right, but they were like, "Oh, this is old." You know, what I mean?
Did
I
you
was
see
like,
that
"Yeah."
Transformer artwork I sent you guys?
I
Yes.
did. I loved that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And who was on the cup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Egon was on the cup
So
from
good.
Yeah.
that real Ghostbusters.
The real
So
Ghostbusters
good.
was
That was
shit.
Isn't that
sick.
awesome?
That was total good.
Yeah, it was just hand drawn Autobot.
I thought you did it because I know
Nah.
you're very you're good at that.
I do have old Transformers artwork. I'll show it to you after the show that I
do wanna see
drew
it.
when I was like 8, probably like 10 years old.
I do want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Shockwave. But anyway, moving on. The Lego Movie 2, the second part, that is third in the box office for the weekend. That did about just under $10 million.
What's its total so far?
Yeesh. Its
Gross.
Total's about, let's see, $83 million. And I think it was $190 million to make or something
Really?
like that. And then Fighting with My Family, that's The Rock produced this. It's about this English family.
No, it's a true story.
Is it based on true story?
There is a girl. There's one of the Bellas, whatever the Diva Bellas.
In WWE?
Yeah, shit. I was watching behind the scenes or something like that, and they showed the girl. The girl's actually the real girl's really pretty.
Yeah.
So, but it's based on the story. That's why the Rock did
Produced
it
it,
all.
yeah.
So it's really it looks funny, and the fact that it's a true story is even adds a little. I love the true stories are based on true stories. I just love that aspect of movies, and when it's well done.
Yeah, it's actually, the trailer looked pretty entertaining. Of course, I don't know the leads on it, but it's got Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead, and The Rock's producing the movie.
He's in it.
He does a little cameo. He's actually playing himself, and in the trailer it was pretty funny though. He's like, "That's all you get." He like played tough. He played the heel on him.
No, because he did his. Do you smell what the Rock is? I can't.
Oh,
do
that was the other one where
he's like,
Nick Frost was like, "I don't believe you," and he hangs up on him.
before FaceTime, apparently.
Yeah, but yeah, that's at fourth in the box office, and then that Rebel Wilson movie, Isn't It Romantic, rounds off the top 5 with a little under $8 million. Again, nothing. I mean, How to Train Your Dragon, it's a $55 million opening.
But that was going to do well. I mean, the first two,
What
I
else
liked
were the
them.
kids gonna see if they weren't gonna see Lego
They were
movie?
good. I liked the first two movies.
and this one actually looks good.
It does look good. So I mean, is that Disney? How You Train Your
No,
Dragon?
DreamWorks.
But still, they do good stuff. They do good work, and when you got a hit and you keep coming out with stuff that makes sense, I'm fine with it.
They did Kung Fu Panda too.
Yep.
I wasn't down with the Kung Fu Panda.
I love the first one.
Did you?
I thought it was amazing. Just the way that they tied in all these kung fu styles, like Crane and Tiger and stuff, and they actually made it. They did the research, and all the
It wasn't lazy.
No, they weren't, and all the animals were native to China.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't like showing like a bear.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that doesn't make sense.
Just a panda bear.
Yeah, just
And I thought that, I really love that movie. And that's it for the box office. Now, I don't really have much that's in the news, but I think we have plenty to chew on because last night was the Oscars. Now, we've been shitting on the Oscars since the show started, so much so that we wanted to get into our own sort of ceremony, the StanLees, right?
Well, it seems like a lot of people have joined in on shitting on the fucking Oscars.
Yes.
It was all across the board last night.
Dude, people are
Real
fucking
quick, I got to
dumping
ask you
on
guys,
it.
did you see the comments about Paul Rudd?
About him never aging?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like it was said. They were showing pictures. I'm like, God damn, it's true. He looks good.
He does.
Dude, he probably looks better now than he did when he was in Clueless.
Well, probably. They got him working out for Ant-Man.
But his
That's right,
face.
he was in Clueless.
Yeah, he was the love interest.
Yeah.
That's right. That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
He's
it's
been
like-
in the business forever.
Yeah. But it's like you look at it, it's like does him and Tom Cruise have the same agent? Is he in Scientology or something like that?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah. And so the Oscars, and like I said, we started our own little thing last year. I think it was episode 2 or 3 or something like that, called the Stanlees, where we kind of just said, what were the movies that we like to see? The ones that usually get total snub from the Oscars. and are near and dear to the things that we love, which is, sci-fi and comic books and Middle Ages and medieval, it's that type of shit. None of those used to get any shine from the Oscars until this year.
Yeah, Black Panther.
Black Panther, Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, both up for Oscars. I was happy to hear that Into the Spider-Verse, I think that was a lock. Into the Spider-Verse.
I really want to see this. I can't wait till it comes out on streaming. I'm gonna definitely rent that.
Yeah, but it beat Pixar with The Incredibles 2. Like, holy shit, man! I mean, it didn't. It's not like there was like slouches and no contenders in that category. Mm-hmm. It went up and it legit crushed, and not only crushed here, but it crushed across the board on all the award ceremonies coming up to the Oscars. It was just taking names and making bitches at everybody because I think two things. I love the fact that it's Marvel. I love the fact that it's gotten such a warm reception. I love the fact also that it didn't dumb it down for a broader audience. It was like, we're doing comics because we're comic book lovers.
Which one are you talking about?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, again.
And I love all that, and it still walked away with probably the highest honors in the movie business. And being the Academy.
Oh, I thought you meant like it won Best Picture. I was like, no.
I mean, it would never won Best Picture, but that's interesting. But the second part is that it's actually, in my book, telling all these other DreamWorks and Pixar and all that, you got to wake the fuck up, man.
Step your game up.
Yes.
What made it so appealing and good to the mainstream audience? Because obviously, it was going to appeal to you, and it'll probably appeal to me and Jamie because we're big fans of.
Well, Spider-Man is one of my favorite, right, if not my favorite.
I mean, we're going to watch it, but what do you think changed the fact that the Academy looked at this?
I think the vision was really unique. I think the storytelling was not just the written word, but also how do we then enhance the written words and complement the storytelling with the visuals, with the medium, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and then I also think timing. I think that if you would have did this movie 10 years ago, it wouldn't have happened. But because comic books are not a subculture anymore, it's mainstream. It's been that way for 10, 15 years now. And I think it was people were willing to go out and spend their money because of the trust that's already been established.
I want to make a bet, and we're still doing the podcast in 10 years. In 10 years, I bet you I'll bet that there's a comic book movie that wins Best Picture.
That would be awesome. Hey, fuck, with movies like Logan coming out.
Dude, Logan was sick, dude.
You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I give you, because, right now, the way the old heads that rate these things still don't look at comic book movies type there. But in 10 years, a lot of these old heads are going to be going. You know what I mean? Yeah, dying or whatever. Probably dying. But they're gonna. You got to start moving with the times. It's like back in the day when Westerns were considered like the automatic Oscar win, or John Wayne and all them. People started moving in the right times. The musicals way back in the day. That's everybody won. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping that's the case, but I'm just worried that it's going to be a pretentious fest. You know, it's going to be like, we're going to keep doing these artsy films that nobody fucking watches.
But technology catches up with everybody. Yeah. Why wouldn't it catch up with the movie industry in the sense of what wins?
Yeah.
It's already caught up to the movie industry, what they use, how they use it. I'm sorry, they gave Black Panther better visuals than Infinity War, which I thought was a joke.
Yeah, I thought that was bullshit.
I mean, you have a guy, the main character of the whole movie is CG, and he looks fantastic, but you're going to give... no offense.
I think there's some white guilt going on with the Academy.
Exactly.
Oh, dude,
that's where I was going. I'm not trying to say that Black Panther wasn't a phenomenal movie. You know how I feel about it. I loved it.
That was number 2 in my picks.
Right. It was number 2.
We don't have to apologize, man.
But if you go visual,
I know there's a...
Actually, if you go visuals, I would give Aquaman a nod over Black Panther.
See, I didn't see that, so I can't even say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Avengers, Aquaman, then Black Panther for visuals. But I do agree with you, John. I think Black Panther got the nod in that particular category, because it won in that category because of the white man thing.
Yeah, I think I put it this way: Green Book. So let's just cut to the chase. Green Book got the Oscar for Best Picture,
and that's what Spike Lee went nuts over because he thought his White Klansman, what I heard, is a fantastic movie, which I still want to see.
Yeah,
should have won. A Black Klansman. He got pissy and walked out.
Well, he did something that wasn't I think wasn't very mature. He did the thing where when a ref makes a bad call at a Knicks game. This is what he was quoted at. Not quoted, but this is what was reported.
Yeah,
that he'll turn his back to the court because he's an avid fan. And I'm fine with you expressing yourself at a ball game, man. That's awesome. And if you're fortunate enough to get courtside seats to your team, and you're
but in an award ceremony like this, you're snubbing the guy who did win.
Yeah,
and that's kind of fucked up. I'm sorry, he's not the one who picked it.
It was like when Judd Apatow shit all over Louis.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like, dude. You guys have to, and not to say that Louis didn't say some irreverent shit when he was talking about.
That drove me nuts. That Judd Apatow shit. Like he's like, I know,
but it's hard enough, man. Just cut some people some slack, and I think as long as it was taken in a way that, first of all, he seemed like a big baby, right? It's just it shows some class.
I know. He's been doing this for 20 years, and I get it. He's been waiting for this opportunity.
He did get an Oscar.
He did get an Oscar, but he wanted the Best Picture. He really did. He's never had it. But this is the exact reason why it's not only just the picture that wins, or in any of these events. Mm-hmm. It also goes around to how you handle how you show yourself.
Agreed.
But my whole character, and they see him as what he was last night. Now, I can tell you going forward, at least for a while, he ain't going to get nominated. It's just probably not going to happen.
But my point is, I don't even understand why he gives a fuck so much. Here's the point. Like, what movie did the most money last year?
Avengers.
Well, Black Panther did the most domestic.
That's the big winner.
Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news,
but that's the truth. These Oscars are so outdated.
Who gives a fuck what they're voting on if... whoever made the most money, dude, sorry to say, you're the big winner, buddy.
Can I ask you something?
Well, yeah.
Can I ask you guys something? There's two other major film awards. There's the People's Choice Awards and
Golden Globes.
The SAG Awards, isn't it?
Well,
which one is the one where they all pick from the other actors and stuff like that?
That's the SAG Awards.
They're the ones that should really matter because the People's Choice Awards is like us picking. Yeah. And then the SAGs are fellow actors. Who gives a fuck about what a bunch of like 1,080-year-old men think?
That's why nobody's hosting. That's one. I mean,
but that's my point, though. Really, I don't even understand what's the big deal about Oscar. It's because it was the first one. That's a bit.
What's the rating? Did the ratings go down?
I don't know what the ratings were, but here's the thing: the Oscars. I thought it was more close. I didn't think there was as many voting members in the Academy. There's almost 8,000 or almost 9,000 people that vote, but they break it up into different categories. There's so many directors that are part of the directors group. There's so many part of the best makeup and hair, and so and they all get a vote. I believe this is how it works. They all get a vote on Best Picture. And then whatever gets above like 50% is usually who gets the award. And so it's a lot more democratic than I think it has been. But one thing that has been totally fucked up, and I think this is where Spike Lee has a legit beef, is that up until I think 2015, it's been 89% white men. And some of them, to your point, are up there in age.
Yeah, but his film lost to a film that had the main character was black.
Yeah, but the film was directed and written by an older white dude.
Oh. But I'm so tired of the race thing. I just want to throw it out the window with all of it. It's bullshit.
I don't think it even comes to the race thing, Nick. I think is it a better movie? Period. That's where you're equal.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
That's my point.
I probably won't watch that. The one that won.
In my opinion,
it doesn't interest me.
Out of all those movies, Black Panther should have got the Oscar,
right?
But that's me. You know, and I think those movies, and I thought that movie kicked fucking ass. Well, and I would have gave that to Ryan Coogler in a minute.
That's what I'm saying. A movie like that 10 years from now, I believe will have a chance to win, if not win.
I hope so, man.
But I do believe it. Because 10 years ago, you would have never had Black Panther in this conversation at all.
That's true.
Black Panther did more money than the Avengers.
Domestic, not worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in general, like, that's the big fucking winner. And some of the shit that's like a cult classic or received well by people, that's the big winner.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Because, like, half the shit that wins, you're not going to know what the fuck it is next year.
Roma? What the fuck is Roma?
That's what I'm saying.
So,
like,
I get it's about some
point.
Mexican city.
You might as well.
Yeah.
You might as well. You might as well call the Oscars the "Who Gives a Shit" awards. Because who gives a shit? Nobody's hosting it. Nobody gives a shit.
You
dude.
see what happened to Julia Roberts at the end? They just like turned it off. They didn't.
Dude, people give
just standing there.
Yeah, people give more a shit about the fucking red carpet stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
And then that's it. I guarantee you, a lot of people watch the red carpet to see what people are wearing and all the other bullshit that they're going to talk, and then shut it right the fuck off.
Which is kind of crazy because it's like if you think about it, it's all entertainment, man. It is all entertainment. And granted, we love this shit. We have storytelling in our DNA as far as the stuff that all three of us gravitate to when we want to have an escape or have a release or have a good time. We're like, we dig it, and so that's when it's shitty or when there's an award ceremony that kind of jerks around with what people really are genuinely are into. I don't know. It just, you got to take a step back and be like, this is like Survivor or like a Big Brother.
Yeah.
Just treat it like bubblegum and that's it.
My point is I wonder how much longer it's going to survive. I'm telling you right now, I look at the fucking ratings. It'll still be around, but it's going to get to a point where they're just not even going to televise the motherfucker. You're going to watch it. You're going to look in the air and be like, oh, so-and-so won this Oscar. Because who the fuck's going to watch it? It's going to become like the Miss America pageant.
Oh, I agree with you because it's getting to the point where
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. The only people that care are people that are in that industry. Outside that, I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck what movies I go to watch and I enjoy.
And
I'm not going to go pay money to see fucking Roma or whatever the one that won for best movie. I don't care. It doesn't interest me. I like both those actors in the one that won. The guy that played Aragorn.
Viggo Mortensen.
He's awesome. And the other guy, he's a fantastic actor, too.
You know how else they shot themselves in the foot? Is like that bullshit with fucking Kevin Hart. Like, dude.
I still don't understand that.
But yeah, exactly. My point exactly. And a lot of people, you might have caught some viewers on a monologue or like people wanting to see some jokes or making fun of some of the people. You just lost out on that. So now, what are people watching for? So we can watch movies that we didn't see win awards? Who gives a fuck?
So think about this. Think about with the African American or black moviegoers, how much of a boost they saw. Basically what they did for Black Panther. The community, black community in the United States. And probably worldwide, rallied around that movie, and I think it reflected a lot in ticket sales. And I think that
because it was an all black cast, it was like one white guy in the whole.
But it was a black superhero as the lead. That's
which I don't understand why he's such a surprise in today's world. I just don't get it.
It's a first. That's all. It's a first. Everybody likes to mark a first. You know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't look at it as black, white, orange, green. I didn't care.
And I get that. And I think where I was going with it is that there's actually a spike in the ratings. I think 3 million additional viewers from last year. From 26 point something million to 29 million.
So went up.
But there was also a huge presence as far as black movies and black artists being represented at the Oscars this year. So I'm wondering if there's a correlation between the viewership and the representation in the film industry.
There is.
So now you're going to spit in the face of that sort of data and say, one, you fucked over Kevin Hart, who could have contributed part of his 65 million followers to this event.
Who is a decent human being, for fuck's sake.
And two, you now voted in, you snubbed two of the black directors that were part of the Best Picture nod, and you went with the white guy.
Yeah.
And you went with the white guy.
Who was the other black guy?
It was Ryan Coogler for Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that wasn't nominated for Best Picture, though.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just nominated for, like, visuals and screen.
It got nominated. Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody. You might be right. I'm sorry. You're right, Nick. It wasn't nominated for Best Picture. I
didn't think so.
Keeping me honest, this guy.
I got to, man. If I didn't, Jamie would just like, John.
Hear my voice quiver.
What?
I was like,
dude, I was right about the Mike Myers thing.
You were.
Damn, I was on a roll. I had a lot of heat on that point.
Generally, I keep my mouth shut, and I don't know.
Not me, Jamie. I go all in.
Dude, you are.
You're all in.
But that's the thing is, I mean, I don't care for these movies, but I honestly believe these people aren't trying to snub white, black, or indifferent. I believe they're just trying to pick.
I think when you're 70 years old and you're a white guy, you have a certain bias already.
Well, it's all right.
Yeah.
I really think the best actor now got screwed up too. I think it should have went to Christian Bale, but what do I fucking know? That guy, I didn't even see it, but goddamn, he looked like Dick Cheney to me,
dude. Yeah, he sacrificed a lot, man.
Yes, and and he won every other award except for this one.
Yeah,
and the other guy didn't even really sing in his movie. He didn't. He lip synced. That's all he did.
Really?
It wasn't really his voice.
Unlike Bradley Cooper.
Again, another one. He got nominated.
Yeah. Well,
I think that was.
He technically won one with Lady Gaga because they both wrote that song, I believe.
No, he didn't write that song.
No.
She won, and everybody that won the song went up there. Two other guys.
She wrote. She and Mark Ronson wrote the song.
Yeah, they all went up.
And then it was. I think it was Bradley Cooper's idea to that would be good to tie it in the movie.
Yeah.
Where they both would sing.
Yeah.
And then that's how it spawned.
Everybody's talking about how they're probably.
They're not. It's fucking for show.
I know.
He has a supermodel fucking girlfriend that he has a daughter with. For God's sake. And she sat between them. Everybody's like, oh my God, they didn't sit next to each other. Who gives a fuck if they didn't sit next to
That's
each other?
people with a lot of time on their hands.
Oh my God, Bradley Cooper went around and sat on the piano next to her, singing a song, doing a performance.
It's a performance.
Yeah.
Stop.
You know what it is? Ultimately, it's going to get that movie downloaded like
and it's a good movie.
And you know what? If he did fuck her, he did fuck her. That's what they do in Hollywood. They sat on a movie set for 6 fucking months hooking up on scenes.
Yeah.
It's probably in the contract with his fucking girlfriend saying, hey, I'm Bradley Cooper. I'm not married. At least he didn't get fucking married like every other asshole. They get sued for half their fucking money.
Yeah.
Dude, if you were a leading man, right? You're leading man.
Yep.
You got to do a sex scene, right?
Yeah.
With a hot fucking Charlize Theron or something like that.
But it's unprofessional.
What do you mean?
To get a boner.
Yeah.
How do you not get a boner?
Stern talks about this all the time.
Oh,
you squeeze your dick between your legs
he said
something?
What if they were like, listen, man,
is there an anti-boner pill or something?
Saltpeter. They give it to prisoners.
What is it?
Saltpeter. You never heard of this?
Fuck no, man. Look at my face. Do you think I heard of this?
Supposedly, that's what they used to give prisoners back in the day so they wouldn't get all randy.
And fuck each other?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You got to put it somewhere, dude.
Yeah.
So that's a dilemma, right?
Yeah.
Can you be supposedly it's unprofessional if you get aroused.
Fuck that. That's bullshit.
It happens.
I think there was an actress. There was an actress that said, damn it. Because now you're talking about this. I remember them interviewing an actress that did a lot of scenes. Who was it? She said, you'd be surprised. Most of them do.
Yeah. How are you supposed to be passionate in the moment, all that method stuff?
Especially if they're hot.
Dude, how can you help yourself?
You know?
It's being a human being, dude.
Yeah. Do you remember that movie Shallow Hal?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they cut the love scene with
I remember that.
When she's like 400 pounds and she's in the bed, and of course, Hal doesn't know that Caesar has Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah. And then she gets naked and she throws the drawers at him.
And it's like,
and it's like
big, yeah.
It's like, what? This is crazy,
dude. And
that's a Farrelly Brothers movie. Who's now Peter Farrelly's now an Oscar winner.
But real quick, my advice, speaking of pent up anger to Spike Lee, is just calm down, dude. You're still the big winner.
Go bang one out.
He's a legend, man.
Yeah, and he puts out good shit, dude.
Yeah.
He does.
Like, relax. Fuck them. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit, and a majority of other people don't give a shit about what they fucking...
Yeah.
They really don't. They care more about what people are wearing at the beginning of that show than they care about who wins the fucking award.
Yeah.
Did you
see Samuel L. Jackson's what he did after he announced Spike Lee won the one award. He got all excited. Damn, yes, right. He was like super excited. It's like. Good. It's like, all right, dude, chill out.
But didn't Spike Lee jump on him or something like that?
I know he cursed because they bleeped out like a good 10-second thing.
Awesome.
Spike Lee was like going nuts. Spike Lee's a little dude. I didn't realize how little he was.
Yeah, he's a little dude.
Yeah.
Little Mookie.
Little Mookie.
That's his name, right? Or Pookie?
I don't know.
Pookie
was from...
I think that's a racial slur there, John.
Pookie.
No.
Pookie from... It's from New Jack City.
What was his name?
That was played by Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Am I right?
He directed New Jack City, right? Because Shannon didn't.
Awesome.
That's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Shannon didn't know who Spike Lee was.
What?
I swear to God, she goes, who the hell is
He's
that?
grown up in Westchester.
Shannon does not know movies.
Are you kidding me?
She did not know who Spike Lee was.
Isn't Spike Jones from Westchester?
Who the fuck is Spike Jones?
He's a director, right?
Yeah, he's a director and he did some shit. And he's like, I think he's from Westchester. We'll have to fact check that. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys. We were talking Oscars, but I watched the Goldbergs a lot. Now they got this other show, Schooled. Mm-hmm. I didn't know Matt Ryan went to their high school.
Havertown, right?
No, about Penn Charter East or West or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Exton. Yeah.
And and he went to that charter school, the same school they went to, but it was in the 90s. So they did a show, the new show, the Oscars show.
Yeah, Mookie. I got it right. That's the name of his character. Damn,
he just totally cut me off.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
I didn't say anything.
No, but it's Schooled. It's an offshoot show from them about the 90s version,
shit.
but the same school. And
did Matt Ryan ever win the playoffs in that one?
No. He actually
man.
He actually started out in basketball and he got recommended.
A lot of football players play basketball.
Yeah, but he didn't win the big game there either.
That's what we were talking about with last week. It's like those guys, it's just a state of mind, right?
And
how they can be good at anything. Cause
and I watched the show and they talk about this other kid from the older brother has a rival, what they call goofball gang from another neighborhood that they get in tuffles with. And the main kid, the kid's name is Bradley Cooper. So I don't know. I've been trying to research because Bradley Cooper lived on the
Jenkintown.
Lived not in Jenkintown, the town over from Jenkintown.
But it was.
So I'm wondering, and it was the same time period. I didn't see the episode if it was confirmed.
They're doing a little nod, like it was him in real life.
I think it is because it's the same time period.
That would be
how many times? Why would you throw that out there?
Yeah. Well, that would be a clever little nod.
Yeah, but I'm getting off topic. Not really, but.
But speaking of Bradley Cooper, all they got was best song. They didn't get really much of anything else, did they?
No, but see, I didn't think it would.
Well, I mean, again, how much money did that fucking movie pull in?
The movie crushed.
Yeah.
Big winner.
And Sam Elliott.
Big winner, dude.
Sam Elliott was fantastic in the movie, but he really only did just shed a tear. That's the only thing he did.
Dude,
I loved him in it. It killed me. But when you think of...
He made me shed a tear, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're being factual here.
We talked about that. When he turned around in that car.
Yeah, dude.
How could you not
bad. It was you.
Stop.
He hurt me.
But out of the movies, you got Black Klansman, you got Bohemian Rhapsody, you got The Favorite, Green Book, that won, Roma, A Star Is Born, and Vice. And, of course, Green Book got it.
See, I really want to see Vice.
Here's the thing about Green Book. Like people... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just said I really want to see Vice. I mean, it just looks like a great movie. I mean, you had so many good actors in it. Christian Bale. It just looks funny. Yeah. I mean, is it already out of the movies?
It's probably going to be out shortly. They'll probably do the Oscar run. Everybody will get a little bit more time in video on demand, and then they'll get a little bit more time, whatever's left in the theater, and then you'll start seeing things hit video on demand.
I got to see that one. That's another one I got around. I'm going to be renting a lot of movies this year.
Yeah.
I'm just not buying this shit.
Yeah, you should buy the DVDs.
Yeah.
On 4K.
Fuck you. Or dude, I'm thinking what Nick's doing is worse. Dude, the Apple thing I get, but like when you're fucking buying on Comcast.
Let's go back down this well.
Okay.
I mean, all right, outside the Star Wars movies and Infinity War I probably should buy them straight out. But every other movie I buy, I'm probably not going to watch any more than a couple times I did watch.
Oh,
so...
Yes.
But the big ones, yes, you're right. I should have bought Infinity War on my Apple, and I should have bought any other one I did. But, like, I bought The Martian. I fucking watched it, like, 10 times, but any other time I watch it now, it's on TV.
Yeah.
I don't watch it when I just don't put it on.
Did you
So
see?
you're absolutely right to a degree. I'll give you that.
To a degree.
To a degree.
I forget. Did you guys see First Man?
No, I heard it was good though.
It got best special effects over Infinity War.
What?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess because they were more, they went for a realistic look about how that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see the movie, so I can't really comment on that.
Again, you didn't see the movie. But no, that's my point, though.
What do you mean?
Another movie that won that you didn't see the fucking
But
movie.
I will see that movie, though. I'm not going to go pay
You
to see
will,
it.
but you didn't like.
I'm not going to pay to see
your
it.
fucking dick didn't get hard to go see it.
No, fuck no. I don't
Exactly. But Avengers did. Black Panther did.
You know what's weird?
Spider-Verse did.
I thought the Tom Hanks movie, Apollo 13, looked more interesting than they did The First Man.
There's definitely more drama.
First of all, the name sucked.
Yeah.
The First Man doesn't get me. I'm not roused up for that shit.
Yeah.
If I was, I shouldn't be with my wife. But,
Well, I was listening to this podcast and it's this podcast called Your Mom's House, and it's these two comedians, Christina Pazitsky and her husband Tom Segura, and it's just silly, and they talk about burp and fart humor, shit humor, and everything like that, and they both went and saw First Man, and she was like saying, first of all, fuck this movie. And because she's saying, didn't see Ryan Gosling without his shirt. Crime. They should, she's like, I was about to walk out of the film, but and then what else did he say? Oh, he said, and they never told you this had him shitting. Like,
what?
Everybody wants to know how the guys get their business done when they're in the capsule,
Yeah.
How do they get rid of a good shit?
yeah, that's why I didn't care. Well, I don't understand that.
No, that they were just making fun of the fact that there was that.
Don't talk about anything you're interested in.
Yeah.
It just seems a way too serious type movie. Don't get me wrong. That whole how they landed on the moon, I'm totally into.
It's all fake.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a conspiracy.
Yeah,
the world
did
is
it on
flat, man.
They did
World
Area
is
51.
flat. Oh my god.
You know the world's flat.
Those
Jeez.
conspiracy theorists. who believes that?
There's a ton of people.
No.
flat earthers.
That and that they took a picture
who's
of people on the moon.
Who's the Boston Celtic? What the fuck is his name? We used to play with LeBron James. He won.
Are you kidding me? There's a professional sports figure that
basketball
believes,
player. He's one of the best point guards in the game. I'm not a basketball fan.
and believes that the world's flat.
Yes.
Christ.
What the hell's his name? I can
That's
see his
not
face.
important.
I think Steph Curry was one of the ones.
No. It wasn't Steph Curry.
Yeah, but I think Steph Curry was like he said something about like the flat. You got to fact check me, but I'm pretty sure Steph Curry said something.
Why
about
don't you go
being
tell
flat.
Steph Curry the scientists just found evidence of 300,000 more galaxies out there.
Yeah, dude. Know what they should
Out
do
of
with
the
all
trillions
those people?
they've already known about.
Those they should do. They should put them in a couple of rockets and be like, listen, we're with you. We want you to document the flatness of the Earth and just send that fucking rocket to the sun.
Yeah,
You're too stupid to be on this planet. Goodbye.
Here's a fact.
And then as they're cruising across, they're going, holy fuck, it is round.
Here's my fact for you guys for tonight.
Go ahead.
How long do you think it takes sunlight to get from the sun to the Earth?
it used to be in the science books. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say a month.
8 minutes.
That's it?
Oh, light moves is 170,000
I'm
miles.
so stupid, man.
Well, I remember that being in the science books. So
8 minutes.
Actually, where light originates from the core of the sun, it actually takes like 10,000 years to get through all the sun.
Oh, wow. That blows my
I
mind.
read bullshit.
No, see, that's interesting. If you
My
were to turn,
useless fact.
he knows a lot about nothing.
Yes, exactly. We talk about this all the time.
keeps me honest.
Yeah, he's the guy who fact checks.
Yeah, Lowe's is not about nothing. You're Howard Stern, and you're whatever
Either Kevin
Batman
Smith or
Batman or
something like that.
He's
Batman.
like the podcast expert.
Yeah,
isn't he?
that's all I do. That's how I get my information.
He just pulled out an obscure one. He's like, I was listening to Janie and Jack on fucking. Like, what? Where the fuck did you get that
I
one?
just found out Conan O'Brien does a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
He's
that
been
dude-
traveling with it, too.
Yeah, because he has two people on, and he has a guest on
that
every
dude
week.
is fucking awesome.
I love him.
I want to listen to it because
my hero.
I just saw it on TV. I'm like, damn, that would be kind of cool.
Do you know how he's Team Coco?
Yeah.
Well, I remember watching the episode of his late night show when he was talking to Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks was like, he called him Coco for some reason,
And it's just stuck.
and he goes, and he says it on the episode. He goes, "Oh, we can't do that. That's good. That's going to stick."
Yeah.
And that was like 10 years ago.
It's stuck.
That's like that Paul Rudd thing where every time he goes on and he presents one of his movies, they watch that kid roll down the wheelchair.
It's
down
not a movie.
It's not a movie. He just like watch that thing, that same clip. Every time Paul Rudd like goes on, which show was that? The Late Show?
I think it's Conan, or it might be Seth Meyers.
One of them, but every time he goes on there to present like
Or it
one of
could
his to promote one of his movies, they watch a clip of this kid rolling down this hill in a wheelchair and falling off a cliff every single time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So as far as just to wrap it up, we were interested more this time than we have been because we had skin in the game, right? Spider-Verse is on. Marvel was getting a nod with.
Are we going to do our movies?
We are. We are.
All right,
but just to wrap it up,
forget about it.
Infinity War did not get best special effects. Bow. Remember this in front? Did you guys see Incredibles 2?
I did.
No.
They had the short.
I did.
movie
I did.
They had the short film in the front.
Yes, I
That,
yes.
that was the love that Pixar got, was from the short film. They got best short animated film.
That's it?
That was it. And then what else? And then Roma got best foreign language. This was the one point I want to make, and then we'll move on. Roma got best foreign language film, best director, best cinematography. How the hell do you get all those and not get best picture?
Because it doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
It doesn't.
Right?
Just like the tomato meter doesn't make any sense.
Don't get on the tomato meter, man. I serious.
Fuck that.
All right, let's shift gears. Oh, real quick, fact check. Molly's Game, American author. She's we were wondering what her net worth was, even after the fact.
Yeah.
They say, I think it was Forbes or Fortune says her about she's worth about $5 million. But she's
Damn,
an
so nice.
author, entrepreneur, and she gets a lot of.
Did
money
you ever
from
catch
speaking.
it? Did you guys, either one of you guys watch it?
Not yet.
Molly's Game. Definitely worth watching.
No,
And then Jeremy Bloom was her brother who played for the Eagles.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I knew it was a Bloom, obviously.
Yeah,
But it's worth watching if you guys get a second. I know John has time, so
I have
I expect
plenty of
him to
time.
watch it by next week. So if he doesn't, I'm going to be upset.
So movie picks, right?
I forgot about that movie.
We were boycotting the Oscars. We would give it a little bit of love, but not nearly. We gave it more hate than love for sure. But then we were talking about let's do our top movie from 2018, thinking that none of our stuff would wind up being a part of these high, these prestigious award ceremonies, I should say. So, out of last year, there was a lot more that I forgot about that was packed into 2018.
and I didn't see a lot of movies towards the end.
There's a lot of shit, too.
Because that kind of sucks, because I know what I think of right off the top of my head, and then I would probably put in there, but I didn't see.
So think about it this way, all right? For 2018, some of the highlights. There was Venom in last year. There was, a lot of the big blockbuster popcorn movies. I think it feels like The Rock was in 10 movies last year.
Oh, dude, he probably was. Him and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's a beast.
Yeah.
They were in 5 of them together.
Yeah.
Right. But Mission Impossible, the Fallout came out last
That's
year.
what I just was like, oh my God, I forgot to. That was a great movie.
Right?
And did you guys see the movie Tag?
Yes.
It was funny.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. I wouldn't say it's my top 5 by no means, but
Yeah.
I was impressed, man. I watched that with Aiden and Shannon, and I'm like, this is pretty good.
The fact that was based on a true
Story. There was actually 10 guys involved, though.
Yeah.
But they had after they showed the guys, and dude, that was
They did it for 20 years,
And the
right?
one guy that dressed up like an old woman, what actually happened? It was hilarious. You got to check that out, JB.
Like
It's
at
funny
the
as
one
shit.
guy's dad's funeral, and he pats him on the back. He's like, "Tag, you're in."
Yeah. It's like your dad just died. I'm so sorry, but he'd want this to happen or something like that.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And then Ocean's 8 came out last year.
I didn't see it. Though. Did you see it?
I'm only fucking with
I
you guys.
thought you were being fucking serious.
No. But Ready Player One came out last year.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet. The Grinch. Bumblebee. Well, not really. Ant-Man and the Wasp came out last year.
That was good.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you were to give the rundown for last year, all right, Oscars aside, what are you guys thinking? Top movies.
I mean, you can go for. Why don't we just go around like we did last year?
Well, I'm just saying, I like, because I didn't see all of them anyway, but
Aquaman.
He didn't see
Black Panther.
well,
Think about that.
The Avengers,
Aquaman,
I would say,
Black Panther,
Avengers.
Endgame, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I would say Endgame, definitely.
Endgame's your number one?
Endgame's number one.
Is there a close second?
I really like Black Panther, dude.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say 50 Shades, man.
50
Fuck
Shades
that
Freed.
shit. That's bullshit.
Benoit balls, baby.
Yeah, dude, get some hotter fucking people in that. They're not, you know what I mean? Give me some shit where I'm like, dude, I need to jack off right now. Not some shit where I'm trying to like make up my head like I want to jack off, but I'm like just picking out like good parts.
All right, go back to go back to what you were talking about.
Straight jizzing. All right, so Endgame, Black Panther. I'm sure I put Aquaman in there, but I haven't seen it yet. And same with Spider-Verse.
Just pick on what you've seen.
Solo.
Solo is fucking good, dude.
What about
That was last
What
year.
about Deadpool 2?
Deadpool 2 is good. I don't know about like Solo would be up there. Solo's fucking good.
And you guys, all of us, just rewatched Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I
Dude,
love
that was
that.
fucking
I love that
I put
movie.
that in there. I would put that in the top five.
I would definitely go Endgame number one.
Yeah.
I would have to go Black Panther number two just because it just was really good. It just it wasn't like a super Marvel, but it was really good. For me, Aquaman, because I thought it was just the story could have used a little more to it, but it was just overwhelmingly the visuals, everything. It was awesome. I'm always been intrigued by the Atlantis thing. So
Yeah.
I'm a history guy. Anytime they talk about Atlantis on the History Channel, I'll watch it. So that really intrigued me. That's why it got me going. I mean, that's just me. So and it
Straight
kinda,
jizzing on Atlanta.
damn right, damn right.
They could have really fucked up underwater.
Yeah, I thought
they
they
really
did
could've.
good. I thought they did
Did a
good.
phenomenal job.
And I thought that the scene where they were fighting and going rooftop to rooftop, I think that took the what they did in Avengers to the next level. It was like kind of like it was just well done, going from one side of the city to the other, but not clipping the screen. It just like visualed over.
Kind of like the first Avengers.
That's what I mean. But it went on. It one upped it. You know what I mean? It kind of like how that, and that was. I wouldn't do Ready Player One, although I did like it. I would have to go Fallout, man. I like Fallout. That's
good ass movie, man.
And then Ant-Man at the Wasp, number 5.
Yeah.
Dude, real quick, the question is, how can they make fucking Aquaman better than Batman versus Superman? That blows my fucking mind, dude.
Well, they did it with all the
They did it with Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
so
that-
why
I know,
the fuck
that's
are you surprised?
True.
Yeah.
True.
It's DC. I think the problem with is Batman and Superman. Whoever has the rights, I guess the same people have the rights. Just see this as like, oh, people will watch it because these two. We don't have to put much story into it. It's Batman and Superman,
Yeah.
and they just throw it together. Dude, nowadays people aren't stupid. It's not like 20 years ago. Although I will say the original Superman movie, loved it.
It holds up.
It holds up. I can watch.
Story-wise, it holds up.
Even the second one holds up because the Zod goes right in from the second one.
It goes in that theory of porn, dude. I need a little bit of a backstory.
Right.
And a little bit of a backstory.
Actually, in porn, you don't. Porn's
No,
the opposite. You
tell
don't
me-
want to have a backstory
Tell me
because then you get
honestly,
involved.
I've seen enough porn though. You need a little bit of a fucking backstory. I can't just go right into fucking
Yes, I
beating
can.
off.
Fucking it, dude.
Dude, I need a little bit of a backstory.
That's why I do YouTube. That's why I do the porn on the internet, man.
I
don't
do
need a
too, but
fucking
like I'm going there like, dude, what the hell's this? What do we got going on here? Oh, okay, we got a stepmom coming and trying to fucking.
He's gonna say
yeah, some shit like that. I need a little bit of backstory. Thank you.
Little school marm type of thing. So,
But the problem with the stepmom thing is you get a little backstory with that is you stick around afterwards. It's like, motherfucker, remember those
Your
Skinamax?
cock's in your hand, jizz is already out, dude. You already.
You want to know where the stepmom's going with this, dude?
Yeah, and you're sitting here, you're already feeling gross about yourself. You're like, all right, where are we going with this?
I'm invested.
Yeah.
It's like
But then it just ends. It's just a clip.
The best was Ed. Remember when Ed was talking about how he had the VR set up?
Yeah.
He's got. You were here.
I
for
wasn't
that.
here for Ed.
That's right.
I never met Ed.
Ed's,
Oh yeah. I heard the clip.
He goes, and then you get done, and you're taking off your VR headset. And you're like, I'm so lonely.
Yeah. Dude, you just feel disgusting.
I
You're
was
like,
pissed at myself. He's like, I'm such a loser.
that's the first thing I think of. I was like, dude, you're fucking gross.
You know what?
Catholic guilt.
It's funny thing. It's like when you first start jerking off, you're like, paranoid. Oh my god, I did that. You feel horrible about yourself. Then as the years go on, man, now I'm just glad to get the fucking relief.
Yeah,
Dude, you gotta get the poison out.
Yeah. Now the VR is like going back to when you were first jerking off. You feel like disgusting because you're using the VR.
The best is like, it's like you finally get some time or something like that, and then next thing you know, it's like, hey, you almost done. You're like, Jesus Christ. And then it's like it's your kid or something like that. And it takes you totally right out of it. I can't do this now. I'm a fucking degenerate. Anyway.
I still finished.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Damn right, man. Yeah, I can't stop. Did you ever have blue balls, man? They ain't good.
Nah.
I've had them once.
I had a lot more time than you guys have, so it's not as much of an issue.
Yeah.
So, all right. So my top 5, definitely Avengers: Infinity War. We're all on the same
That's a
page.
buildup of 10 years, man. Talking about a fucking load.
Yeah, no kidding. There's Avengers: Infinity War. I'll have to go with Spider-Verse.
I know. I would do that, but I didn't see it. So.
Yeah, Spider-Verse. Then Black Panther. Then I would go. Let's see. You know what? I would go with. Same with you guys. I would go with Mission Impossible, and then Ant-Man and the
That
Wasp.
shit was good, man.
It was really good, and
Dude,
I was
that-
surprised. It did
still-
a little rope-a-dope on me.
Yeah, but that fight scene, that was probably the best fight scene in the bathroom.
Yeah.
If you ranked fight scenes, like when they did a category for fucking fight scenes, that would win an Oscar in my book. That was just total fucking awesome.
The point is, though, Oscars won't do
No,
it.
Oscars won't do it at all.
Yeah, I agree. So I think we're all in unison, or at least we have a consensus that the StanLee for this year
There's Infinity War.
would go to Infinity War.
Damn right it would.
Appropriately so.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it's his swan
Here-
song, and then he went out. That was a one big crying, a little bit of a crying shame, and was that he didn't stick around to see his shit get Oscars.
Yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man was his guy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And he didn't hold on one long.
Here's the thing: what we should rate, not rate, but just do between last year's nominee and this year's nominee. Who would win? I think we did Logan last year, right? You guys said Logan.
I think it was Logan last year. I'd have to go check. Oh, I was definitely Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck right, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it was Logan.
Yeah, I think
Logan
we're
won.
right.
It was.
We'll have to check the tapes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fact check ourselves.
That's right.
Fuck yeah.
So that's it for the show this week, guys. Anything else before we close out?
No, man, I got nothing.
No? That's good. It's good. Nice tight show. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us for this week's episode of Nick, John, and Jamie Show. Please be sure to subscribe to our show on iTunes and Google Play or Stitcher or Spotify. And we also do an all audio version for the time being as we set up the studio on YouTube. And if you're really digging the show, leave us a nice review and definitely subscribe. Subscribe. You'll get it all on time. As soon as the episode's out, it'll hit your phone. And you'll be able to listen to all our melodious voices. 27% want to see for Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's what the thing was.
Oh, that's low.
Yeah. People are, because usually that's like 100% for a Marvel,
Yeah.
but it's already sold 100 and some million tickets. So
Yeah. Again, back to Jamie's point. The dollars are talking.
Yeah.
Got that right.
I think it's got a record on pre-sales, right?
Buy tickets. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think something like that.
All right. Well, we'll
we're
see.
gonna go
We'll
that-
see what happens. I think it's. Put it this way: they've been printing money for the past, 12 years. I don't think they're going to slow this train down with one movie. You can also follow us on the social medias at Twitter at NJJ Show, Instagram at NJJ Show, and if you're on the old school Facebooks, we do post, and we have a group and a page. We'll post on a page every week just to let everybody know that we have released an episode. So thank you everybody for joining us for this week, and have a fantastic, not necessarily Oscar-worthy week.
Do we want to do Movie Tavern?